Yeah.
Must be some
Very
youngster.
intuitive. Yeah.
Honestly, you can start recording and we'll start the meeting.
Yeah, I'll do that. Done, huh?
Greetings to all the members of the All India Women's Conference who are here with us today. This is the 54th session of our Literary and Cultural Forum. And during the last three talks, we had been concentrating on personal experiences and the lessons that those experiences have taught us and what we can, in fact, give to the other members, a passion we can impart to the other members as well. We had talks on the artists. Amia talked about the way in which artists evolve. And that was indeed a very fascinating talk. And today we have with us Dr. Gauri Parab, Sumit Parab, who is going to talk to us about balancing home, career, and passionate pursuits. I must say, women have always been juggling with multitasks. And in spite of the fact that we do so many things, it is not often with any kind of passion and involvement. We do many of the things that we are forced to do, like the homekeeping and looking after the house. But I think women have also realized that they need to find an inspiration and a satisfaction outside of the home. And I must say, Dr. Gauri has been able to fulfill that passion of hers by doing so many things outdoors and not within her house. Of course, she is very, I would say, she's a very good homemaker as well, because her son, I understand, who is now 18 years old, is due to join the Defense Forces in Singapore. And I think that is something we should compliment her for, because in addition to her own education, she has been able to instill that love of the nation in her son, and has been watching him evolve right from his young age to becoming one of the armed forces. So I think at the outset, let me congratulate you, Dr. Gauri, on that, on just not being, I would say, inspiring young woman, but also inspiring the youth. And today, when we get together to celebrate International Youth Day, it is indeed with a sense of achievement. We of the older generation, I would say, look back at the new mothers evolving now, who are not only finding their own passions and setting no boundaries for those passions that they go after, but also becoming good homemakers, balancing home, career, and pursuits. That is the talk we are going to have from Dr. Gauri today. And she is a PhD in biochemistry from the National University of Singapore, did her PhD in 2010. And she worked there as a research assistant in National Environment Engineering and Research Institute in Mumbai from 2001 to 2003, and as Assistant Health and Safety Officer, National University of Singapore, after her research from 2010 to 2014. But Dr. Gauri, even as a young girl, she has been telling us, was passionate about traveling, exploring new lands, mainly because her mother, who is here with us, Sheila ji, has been instilling in her that love for travel and love for new things. As I have been saying in earlier forums also, traveling is not just a kind of physical activity. It is not even a mental activity. It is a cultural activity. Because as you travel, you learn about new countries, new places. You also learn their culture. And in a way, it is not just the landscapes that you see, but you also see the mindscape of the people of those places. And I think it is this opening up of one's mind and one's personality that has become the hallmark of the young generation today. Even though some of us of the last generation say we were doing this and that, and the younger generation is not doing many things, it is people like and young minds like Dr. Gauri who remind us that the young generation are in fact tracking new paths of glory and tracking new ways of looking at the world. We always had a cloistered childhood, but for the young generation, it is not a cloistered childhood. It is an opening up of the world outside. And she was also a life member of the Gulmohar activities for youth in Mumbai while she was with her mother. And she was part of the Gucci project of the Mumbai branch, environment and climate change, which are her passions and topic of interest. And she has just been telling us that she wants to skill herself more on environment, and with her post-graduation in biochemistry and microbiology, I'm sure she will be able to skill herself up so that she becomes a very useful person in trying to control climate change as well as environment. Talking about her physical fitness, she was an athlete right from her school days. She is also a trainer, a fitness trainer. She is not only just a fitness trainer, but she is also one of those motivational talkers who are able to inspire young minds. So when you look at her CV, one thing that I found very, very fascinating was that instead of just climbing heights, she has also been traveling distances. She has traveled to many countries. She has done 10 full marathons and 7 triathlons, including an Ironman race. So it's not just the vertical climb, but the horizontal climb and the walk that she has made. And I think it is this sense of achievement that she gets after each one of these that continues to inspire her. She is, like her family members, very passionate about traveling and traveling to many places, seeing the culture, enjoying the food there, meeting people. And in fact, I would say she's an ambassador of India to these many places because she carries her culture to these places where she goes. And it is not only on land that she has made a significant mark, but it is also underwater. She's a good diver. She's a scuba diver. And I'm sure that the underworld must have fascinated her under the sea as much as the lands that she has visited. So what more can you say of Gauri, who has in fact visited more than 40 countries, done many adventure activities, hiking, skydiving, bungee jumping, river rafting, mountain biking, rock climbing, and of course, scuba diving and traveling. Most of all, what I found very interesting was she travels into deep jungles. That is a witness of her passion for nature, for the environment, to explore the unexplored regions of this earth. And I think recently she made a climb up the high altitude hike in the Himalayas, and she plans to do much more. So we have a very fascinating speaker with us today who has done so many things, mind-boggling things, I should say, for a person, for many of us here on this platform, who perhaps have traveled to a few countries, seen the countries, but never done this kind of underwater exploration or going into the jungles to see what life is there. So that's a very exciting passion that you have, Dr. Gauri, and I hope you'll continue to keep that passion alive as you go on. And with these words of introduction, I would like to request you to make your presentation. And after the presentation, we will have a discussion. So over to you, Dr. Gauri. And welcome to this platform. And welcome once again to all the members who have joined us here.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the kind words and a great introduction. Can everyone hear me
Yes.
clearly? Okay. So I have some slides, some photographs only of my travel. And I will tell you what all I did, but I want this to be a more interactive session. So please, you can stop me anytime and ask me questions about my experiences, anything. Okay?
Yeah, we will do that. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so can you see the slides?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the first. So the title I chose only because what you gave me, balancing home career and passionate pursuits. You introduced, I've been athletic since childhood, so I like the outdoors, and I used to do track and field in school and play handball also. So what happened in college? You gear more towards academics, so there's a break, then PhD, so you can't do your sports as much as you could, but I tried my best. So there was this long break in between, and after my child was born, I started running again, like actively day to day, practicing again. So first thing was I did my first 5 kilometers, then I did 10 kilometers, and slowly I started doing more. Then I did my first full marathon in 2008. uh, my son was 2 years old at that time. It was very difficult to manage both him and I was still pursuing my PhD at that time. I was halfway through, and so that was a good experience, and the good support I got from my husband, that was very nice, because he and me both used to train together. So we both ran the same races, same number of races all together only. So that was a good motivator and good, like if you have company to run on the road, it's always easier. So that was I got into long distance running seriously. Then after some time, uh, I said, let's do something more challenging, or like what more different can we do? So I started, Sumit and I, my husband and me, started doing triathlons, which is swimming, cycling, and running, one after the other. So we started with short distances, like Olympic distance, where you have like 1.5 kilometers swimming in the ocean, followed by 40 kilometers cycling on the road, followed by 10-kilometer run on the road. So then we realized, oh, we don't know how to swim because we never learned swimming in India when we were in India. So we actually trained, we could hire a trainer, we learned to swim in the swimming pool. But then swimming in the pool is different from swimming in the ocean. So, and it is 1.5 kilometers, it's not short, it's like you have to really go in the ocean, and after 50 meters you don't see the bottom, it's all black. So that is very scary sometimes. So there's a lot of mental challenges that you have to overcome, the panic or the anxiety when you're in the ocean, right? For 1 hour you're just going, you can't see trees, you can't see the beach, and then you have to mentally tell yourself, no, you have to go, and then turn around and come back. So that was the challenging bit, but it was very rewarding. We enjoyed a lot. So this was like my first triathlon, where they put this number on your hand, that is your number, because you can't wear a jersey number, right? Because it's a swimming pool, it'll get washed away. So they stamp your number on the hand, and then you run from the beach into the ocean, you swim, then you come back, you cycle, and like quickly wear your shoes, cycle, then keep your cycle, then go running. So it's back to back to back. It's very strenuous, but it's also very rewarding. Then we did that for a few years. Then I got my son also involved in the triathlon for children. So in Indonesia, there is this triathlon race for children also. So it's a shorter distance, of course, kids race with only like few 100 meters to swim, and then like 5 kilometers or 2 kilometers of cycling, and then say maybe 1 kilometer of running. So we got him also involved, and Sumit was also doing, I was also doing. So my son was like, okay, it was very easy for him. So once the kids see the parents working out and training, so you don't even have to tell him, he will automatically see the parents doing, and he'll also want to copy. So I always tell everybody that if you want to discipline your children, you must be disciplined first. Like if you want them to eat healthy, you must eat healthy first. If you want them to wake up early, you must wake up early first, because they will only do what they see. So that was a good experience. So he is now that from childhood only he's 19 years old now. So from childhood only he's doing these races, running, cycling, this. So now he's fully, it's like working out or training is like second nature to him. You don't even have to tell him. Eating healthy food is like second nature to him. So he doesn't even, we don't have to tell him, don't eat junk food. It's normal. So that was the one good thing that came out of long distance running and triathlons and all that. Then in 2023, I did the Ironman in Oman. So I went alone because my husband had some family emergency. So he had last minute, he had to not go. So I had to pack my bicycle, carry it all the way to like change flight at Dubai, go to Oman. And then this is even longer. This is 2 kilometers swimming in the ocean, followed by 90 kilometers cycling, followed by 21 kilometers running. So that was, we really trained hard for this one. It was very tough, but again, challenging. This Oman weather is it's desert, right? It's very sunny and hot and dry. And yeah, it's not scenic like Southeast Asia, but it was fun. It was after this race, I felt like, okay, I've achieved something. I feel good about myself finally, because I had tried doing this Ironman race in Taiwan and Indonesia earlier, but I could not meet the cutoff time for cycling. So they said you cannot finish, you have to come meet the cutoff times. So, but this time in Oman, my third attempt, I finished properly in within time limit. So that was good. This was in 23, so this is like fairly recently. Then traveling, I've always, like I said, my parents used to take me and my brother everywhere all over India. So we were always very fortunate and also very used to traveling. It's like traveling, like we can go without our comforts for long periods of time. It's like we don't need, like some people need to have their bed and their tea and their all those things. Like we are okay with traveling. We just love going the outdoors, and we make it a point that whenever we visit a new country, we do the cultural things like a museum or be the food and all that, but we also do the outdoor things. Like this trail was in Madagascar. It was like these pointy stones, you can see it's very dangerous, but it was again very rewarding. So we took my son also. He was like 8 or 9 years old at that time. So we put all the harness and hat and all those things, and he did really well. So in like sometimes most people, Indians especially, think that, oh, we don't want to take children to our holidays and vacations because, oh, they will fall down or injure themselves or they'll fall sick or something. But I always say children are more resilient than adults. They will climb the mountain faster than you. They will swim faster than you. You just have to make the effort and take them out. Once you, again, it's about doing. Like if you go to a new place and you just sit in the resort and sit by the pool and have your kebabs, and then that's what they will do. They will see that and they will do that. But if you go out to a new country and walk the streets and meet people and do all these things, then they will the kids will think that, oh, this is the way to travel. So it's very easy to teach them by doing. This is canyoning in Vietnam, where you jump like from the top of the waterfall with a rope sliding down. So in this picture, you see in this yellow jacket is my son. And this in the orange one is me and my husband. Again, a very good experience. And all these places, they really take care of your safety and all that. They will give you a hard hat, they'll give you a life jacket, everything. So everything is very safe. We always make sure before doing any of these adventure activities that all the safety issues are taken care of. This was also, yeah, he was like 11 or something age. The Mongolia trip was also very rewarding, I would say. Mongolia is not a place where many people go because it's not in the tourist circuit. We were there in Mongolia for 3 weeks. So 3 weeks, like no, and we were all outdoors. We were not in the cities because in the city there's nothing much to do. So in the outdoors, so there, forget the electricity and internet, there is no road also. So all the driving was off-road. But it was very nice. It was very clean, very beautiful, excellent views of mountains. This mountain that you see at the back, these white hills, that is the Russia border. It was very rewarding. And then we had these double humped camels. We had to put all our luggage, our duffel bags onto the camels, and they will carry our bags, and we have to go hiking. It was very nice, and interacting with the locals. Like these horse riders are Mongolian horse riders, very expert horse riders, and we had a excellent experience. It was like learning to see how they live, like what they eat. We ate what they ate. We wore what they wore, and same lifestyle for a few weeks. It was an eye opener. This was bungee jumping in New York, in New Zealand. It was all. This is also a very scary thing because they will tie you up nicely and very secure and all that. But the first step to jump, you only have to take. They will not push you. And you can see that it's very deep and it's really nothing down. This is small little river. So the guy behind me, he's like, I'm not going to push you. You have to take the first step whenever you're ready. So that I found it actually more harder than skydiving or other things where people are helping you to nudge you and all that, or even scuba diving where first time they take you down, hold your hand and take you down. But here you have to take the first step. So you literally are jumping to your death almost. So it's very against our instinct. Our instinct is to not do that, the human instinct. But you have to overcome it somehow. You have to talk yourself into doing it. So this was a very, yeah, it was a unique experience. Fun though. Then again, we did some glacier walking again in New Zealand. First time I had seen so much snow and all that. And we had to put those spikes shoes so we don't slip on the snow. We had to wear double layer, walk. Some parts were very slippery, but overall good experience. So yeah, New Zealand is actually very famous for its adventure sports. So all sorts of this glacier walk and bungee and skydive and everything you can, whatever you want, you can do in New Zealand. This was last month. I went for this very Pin Baba Pass. It's in Himachal Pradesh. It was a high altitude hike and it was 7 days. I went with a group of 18 people and it was very, very scenic. Like first 2 days was like hills and mountains. Next 2 days was meadows and flowers and all that. And last 2 days was like barren stones and boulders, the kind of, yeah, it was like this. Very beautiful, very scenic. It's like unreal. You won't believe the like colors of the mountains and shades of the sky and all that. So it was, again, long walks. We had to walk almost like 6 to 10 hours every day in high altitude. So that was challenging, but we trained for it, so it was not so hard. We really trained, practiced. Then yeah, this is me when I was really tired. There was a crossing that we had to do high altitude, and it was all loose gravel boulders, and they were falling, and it was raining, and it was my shoes were all muddy and all that. And they told us, okay, 10 minutes you rest and then you start walking again. And I sat on the rock and I just closed my eyes for 10 minutes. Again, this was also the same day after coming down. Long, very long walk. That day we were actually walking from 3 a.m. to 5 p.m. Very long walk. Yeah. Another interesting hikes I've done. This was in this staircase. You see, that's in Taiwan. Very steep, and they had steps cut into the mountain. So you have to climb up and then climb down, very steep one. Like we have to be very careful while climbing down, especially. Actually, in Maharashtra, also in Sahyadris, you have these kind of hikes where they have cut out steps into the hills and very narrow. And we have to be very careful, very dangerous, but again, very rewarding. And then this hike over here was, you can see my husband and my son. This was in Norway. Again, a very challenging hike. You have to walk a lot uphill, and then this little rock is jutting out on top of the river. It was scary, but it was fun. Again, not many people go here because it's difficult. What happens is, like, the more you want to do these difficult hikes, and the more you want to see these beautiful sceneries, the more fitter you have to be. Because if you're not fit, then you can't climb, or you can't swim, or you can't reach that particular place. So if you want to see the good stuff, you have to keep fit. It's like that. And yeah, so that's how we did. These are some other jungle hikes. So in Southeast Asia, there's a lot of rainforest, like thick rainforest. And they have all these zip line and rappelling and crossing these rivers on these tiny little bridges where there's no bottom. Also, you have, the bridge is like literally shaking so badly, and you have to really be steady and walk, and it's very scary. And then you wear your helmet, and then you this is like a tree top. You see here, there's a little what do you call it, standing area there, and then you jump down from the pole, and then you zip line, and then you come down. It's a mixture of hiking and abseiling and all this canyoning, all that. This was in Laos. Laos is also another place where not many people go because it's not very famous. Okay, coming to scuba diving, because we were living in Indonesia for a few years because my husband's job got transferred there. And Indonesia is like the capital of scuba diving, the best coral reefs and all that. So Sumit and I got our training and our scuba diving license, but we also got our son trained. He was 10 years old, and they have very good training programs for children for scuba diving. So it was very interesting and very rewarding. Scuba diving is very exciting, thrilling, because what you see underwater is just I mean, you can't even imagine what all is there underwater. Like they say I've seen so many documentaries, they say that you've not even discovered 20% of what's underwater. 80% of the flora and fauna is still undiscovered. And this three of us, we are standing, this was taken in Norway. We were scuba diving in the Arctic Circle. So it was very cold. So you have to wear a double layer. You cannot allow the water to touch your skin, because if you're 10 minutes in that water and you will freeze to death. So you have to make sure you are wearing double layer. It's called a dry suit. You wear a suit and on top of it you wear a scuba suit and go down and see. So yeah, that was some very unique experience in the diving in the Arctic Ocean. It was cold. But Indonesia, the Southeast Asian waters, Caribbean, all these areas are, that's where you have all the warm water. That's where you have the coral, the colorful fish and colorful uh, sea anemone and all that. So that's me and my son in the underwater. And this is the whale shark that we saw. It just passed by. There is, so my husband has a underwater camera, so he takes all the pictures. Yeah, these are turtles. It's very nice, very interesting to see. Sometimes you just stand and watch the other sea animals do their thing. Some turtles are sitting, some are passing by. There are sharks flying by, and then there are small fishes, colorful ones. Oh, this was very interesting. These are stingrays. So in the water, you see they're always in a group like this, together, clustered. Okay, and then when a killer whale or a shark or something comes to eat them, they jump out of the water to save themselves and scatter about. So this was very interesting to see them jump out of the water, and they have these fins, right? They are like triangle shaped fins, so they act like wings, so they can glide over water for like some distance and then jump back into the water. So this is the kind of phenomenon you cannot, you have to see to believe it, and you have to, you will not, they're not easy to reach also. You have to really travel and know the right people, get the right permits and all that. This was a manta ray. These manta rays are huge. Okay, they are 12 feet across, and they are like, they fly over you like it's like an eagle or a vulture with a big wingspan flying over you. It was very magical, and they are very soft and benign creatures, and they just swim about all day and do their thing. It's very, very peaceful to watch. And in some ways, I think scuba diving is like meditation. It's like you are only conscious of your breath going in and going out, and you cannot speak, you cannot hear anything. Absolute stillness, and you just view everything. And this is the colorful life that you see underwater. It's very, very stunning. Yeah. So after we got our licenses, wherever we went, we tried to dive. Like we were in Indonesia when we got the license, but we went to Norway for holiday, so we did diving there. We went to Madagascar for holiday, so we did diving there. Went to Dominica, so we did diving there. So that was good. See, this was in Dominica. This was a very unique experience where we saw whales, mother whale and baby whale, and very close, like you could almost touching distance. That is my friend here, and she's trying to take a picture of this sperm whale. The whales had come up to the surface to breathe. So these whales, they come up to breathe, and then they take a room full of air, and then they go down for 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, they come up again to breathe, because they are mammals, right? So they breathe they have lungs to breathe the surface air. So whenever they come to the surface, you try to catch them, try to see where they are and see their behavior. So this was breeding season in Caribbean, in Dominica. So that time, this mother had just given birth to this calf whale. It was very interesting to watch. And once the calves are big, they will swim all the way from the Caribbean Sea to the North Pole, because that's where all the food is. And they come here every year. They come here only for during breeding season to have their babies. And this photo on top is those many islands in Indonesia, which are very, very beautiful. They look like emeralds in the ocean. It's very, very beautiful. Okay, so other than your nature and your hiking and all that, we also spend a lot of time with various different type of people we meet. Okay, so we met this Dani tribe in Papua, Indonesia, completely cut off from the mainstream. So they live in their huts and do their farming and breed their animals and all that. And they're still living in their their old lifestyle and all that. And we spent a whole day with them. So we saw what they do, like activities. We had dinner, lunch with them and dinner with them. And we had a translator. So he would translate what uh, any questions if we wanted to ask, and they would reply and all that. And these are so this is the pole that they, outside the village, there will be like a chowkidar, like a security person. He will stand on this little pole with his bow and arrow, and he will keep an eye on who is attacking the village. Is there any danger and all that? So he will stand there for like a literally a whole day almost. And then they still fight with bows and arrows. There are lots of tribes there, but the Dani tribe is like they have become more used to tourists, because because the other tribes are still a little hostile towards outsiders. So they are quite interesting. So it was very, and they are very primitive. They're all naked tribes, men and women. They don't wear any clothes, and they are very. That was like an eye opener for me and my son also. He was like 12, 13 at the time. That people can live with a very basic uh, needs, and they can be live very happy lives and content lives without needing much. So that is a good lesson that we learned during this trip in Papua. Okay, this is again Mongolia. I want you to look at this slide for 1 second and imagine this used to be the sky every day in Mongolia, every day. So this is our tent, the yellow one in the bottom. Okay, and we used to sleep in that tent. And every time at 12 o'clock or something, when it's really dark, you come out of the tent and you see the stars, like Milky Way, whatever galaxy you want, beautiful stars. Imagine, like, you don't even see 1/100th of it in the cities these days. But over there, we saw these stars. This is like my wallpaper now. It is so good. Then in Mongolia also, we stayed for 3 days with this reindeer herder tribe. So these people, they stay for 4 months in one location where all their reindeer is having the grass. And the grass gets over, they move to another location. They make their tents. And then 4 months they are there. Then they keep moving. So they are never steady in one place. So this was summer, and we caught them at one particular place. And they were so hard to reach. We had to we drove in our bus, in our jeep for a while, and then for one whole day we only went on horseback, because there's no other way to reach them other than horseback. So we put all our luggage, you see this luggage bit, on horses. We also sat on horses, and for 5-6 hours we were like that. We are not used to sitting on horses, but somehow we reached. And this is the reindeer. Reindeers are huge. They are very, very big. So we were like, it was my first time to see a reindeer, and then there were reindeer babies, and it was very educational. And then this is my son. He's trying to chop some wood. So we were 3 days. There's nothing to do. No TV, no internet, no electricity, nothing. So we just help them cook, or you help them chop wood for fire and all that. So we live like them for a few days, 3 days, and do what they do, eat what they eat. This is also a very good educational experience. This is the hut. They call it the teepee. It's very small, so like one family can stay inside this, and it's made of a reindeer hide only, so inside it's really warm. And though it was summer, it was quite cold. This is Russia-Mongolia border, so like very, very north. This was a very good experience. Even for my son, it was a very good experience to see like how other people live. Like we in the city, we don't realize we need so many things for our happiness, small things. But it is like, and it was summertime, so the kids were having summer holidays. So these herders, they send their kids to these hostel kind of schools. So whole year they are in the hostel. In the summer, they go where the families are going. So a lot of kids were there in back in the tent. So they were there. A lot of local games they were playing, and that was fun to watch. This is another tribe we met in the western part. They are these eagle hunters. So they use Mongolians are expert horse riders. So they're on the horseback all the time. They take their animals to graze and all that. But the eagles they use for hunting. So they will train the eagle to spot a small deer or small rabbit far away and send the eagle. The eagle will catch the rabbit and bring it back. It's very interesting to watch. This was also a good experience. Oh, this is my experience with AIWC when I was working with Gucci. This was in, I think, 2017, 2018, around that much, that period of time. I had attended the Gucci conference in Yogyakarta, and I was doing some consulting work for gender and climate change. So yeah, I met a lot of, I think that time I met a lot of AIWC members. This was also a good experience. And this was my favorite subject about sustainability and climate change. So this was, yeah, right up my alley. Okay, this is just like a last slide. This was in Japan. This is winter, very, very cold. But there's hot springs in Japan, right? So the hot springs and the icy lake was mixing and creating this smoky thing. That's why it looks like that. Yeah, so a lot of things I've not put. I could not put any slides of South America or Africa because then it would go very, very, very long. So we are going to Zimbabwe in October. Me and my husband. He also does wildlife photography. So I will accompany him. I have also learned some photography from him. So we will be both shooting lions and elephants in October. Yeah. That's about it. Any questions? Any queries? Anything you want to ask?
Thank you, Gauri, for that so very inspiring life that you have been leading. And as in the chat box, Nirja Singh said, I'm 72 years old now, but I have not really lived after looking at all the things that you have done and the thrilling experiences you have had. Before we open the floor for questions, I would ask Sheila ji to tell us something about Dr. Gauri, her daughter.
Now, ask Sheila ji, what did she take? What did she take before Gauri was born? What was her diet at that time?
Oh my
That she has
God.
produced such a strong girl, strong-willed and strong-bodied. Sheila ji,
Yeah.
Sheila ji,
share
please
that
go
also.
ahead.
I think we should close the screen.
Yeah, please stop sharing, Gauri.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Sheila
It was
ji
lovely
will-
seeing all these pictures. What do you say?
It was like a fairy tale, Sheila ji, fairy tale. I can't believe it's the reality. Nobody can lead such an adventurous life, Gauri.
Yeah, very lucky, I must say.
Yeah.
I was very lucky.
Adventurous fairy tale.
And actually, we also travel, but we don't do adventures like this, you know. And I had not seen all her pictures. And when Usha ji asked me, can I ask Gauri, will she join in? I said, you ask her. I don't know what she is going to say. And then I told her, Gauri, you have traveled so much. So why don't you put all your pictures, everything together and show them? They will be interested in seeing. And it really happened. Thank you so much, Usha, for this. Wonderful.
Yeah, thank
Now
you,
you
Sheila
people have
ji.
to
It
say
was really a
whatever
wonderful
you have to.
experience for us also. So the floor is now open for comments, questions.
Jamila ji, can I ask one question from Gauri?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Kuljit ji.
Gauri,
Ah,
good afternoon.
good afternoon.
Nice to hear from you. I don't know whether you remember me or not, but I remember you very clearly. Gauri, in the beginning, when you narrated about your experiences of different places and adventures and all, you ended every time with saying it was so scary.
Yeah.
If the things were so scary, what motivated you to repeat it again and again, again and again, and again, experience same scary feeling and emotions? What motivated you?
uh, because I think the reward is too great, I feel. Because anything scary or challenging at first, once you overcome it, I've noticed that the reward is much like 10 times bigger. So it's just that small, like few seconds of hesitation, few seconds of anxiety, you have to just overcome, and then you are ready, and you will experience the most amazing thing. Because, like for example, scuba diving is not very, what do you call, you have to be very safe. You have to take all the safety precautions and all that. You're going underwater. We are not built for underwater swimming, survival, whatever. But you take the precautions. And the things you see underwater is amazing. So you just have to be very brave.
And how much time does it take to prepare yourself for the different experiences? Sometimes swimming, sometimes underwater, sometimes scuba, sometimes bungee. So these are different activities. How much time do you take before that, before you jump into that? How many months or weeks?
Depends
Something
on
like
the activity. For example, in bungee, you can just go like that. No training required. But scuba diving, there is a week-long course. You have to study. You have to give exam. You have to give oral exam, and
Okay.
you have to do some practice dives. And then they give you a license. Then one trainer will come with you and check you whether you know everything or not. So that will be a process. Hiking is like you just walk on slopes, get used to do it again and again, practice, train. It's like that. So depending on
Yeah.
like if you
I
require
was also
outside
wondering.
certification, yeah, diving or skydiving
I-
also, like you require certification, then yeah.
Oh,
I
Can I
was
say
wondering,
something,
Dr.
Doctor?
Gauri, how, like, do you do a planning beforehand of what you want to do, or depending on the terrain or the place that you are in, you decide,
Yeah.
I would like to train for this or go for that.
Yeah, so we used to first decide the location, and then we used to see in that location what all is available. For example, if we decide New Zealand, then we saw that on websites and various travel books and all that, that they have bungee, they have skydive, they have hikes and all that. And how much time do we have for it? How much money do we have for it? Can we do all? Can we have to pick and choose, select only three activities? Then we do that. Then we go to Norway, for example. What all is available there, which is not available anywhere else, or will be very unique to that particular country? Then we decide what to do. And planning starts in months in advance, like 6 months at least.
Okay.
Because if you want cheap tickets, then you have to book in 6 months in advance.
Can I ask
Gauri,
a
can I
question?
talk?
I think Asha ji has a comment in the
Yes, because I
box.
wanted to go for the boarding, so I just
Yeah,
wanted to
please go
comment.
ahead and talk. Yeah.
Carry on.
I have already sent a message to her
Yes.
that she has a so much advantage. Not for her.
She has written in the chat box, all photos, activities of yourself and family together are
Yeah.
very adventurous and really
Congratulations.
wonderful to see
And because
in
I
such
could get the
activities.
internet here and I could hear you and I could see the photos and everything. Gauri, congratulations so much.
Thank you.
So much congratulations.
Thank
And
you.
I had stayed with her in Singapore with
Yeah.
Sheila. So I remember everything.
Yes.
And thank you. Thank you very much, Gauri. Thank you.
Thank you. Safe travels.
Dr.
Nirja
Jamila,
Singh
can I
went
say
to-
something?
Hello,
Nirja
Gauri.
Singh would like to unmute. Yeah, Rahana, go
Hello.
ahead.
Gauri,
Go ahead.
Yes.
all the best for your future endeavors. What is
Thank
your
you.
next future plan?
Thank you. Thank you.
What is your next
Dr.
future
Jamila,
plan?
can I say something?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, Gauri.
Hello.
I don't think I need to say whether you know me or whether you remember me.
Yes.
And Gauri, so nice to see your
We can't
presentation.
see you. We can't see you, Rekha. So we don't know
I
you.
know my video is not working, but I think you can hear me clearly.
Yes.
And Gauri, most of these pictures, of course, I had seen, but seeing them all together and on a presentation and listening to your stories about it made it very much more exciting. And Kuljit was asking what Sheila ate, but I think it just comes in the genes. Sheila and Ranjit have also both been very, very adventurous. And
Yeah.
of course, you and Sumit have gone 10 steps ahead by adventuring into this scuba diving and all the things that we showed now, which we would never have even dreamt of.
Yes,
And I
yes.
think you're doing a great job of it. And as Kuljit ji said, you're very lucky. Lucky, yes, but it's a lot of hard work also that has gone behind
Yes,
this.
yes, yes.
And yes, and very methodical. And all the very, very best to you.
Thank you.
All my blessings to you for your many more adventures to come. You have a great, you all are all very young still. So you have a great lot of time ahead.
Yeah.
So keep going and keep giving us such presentations. So we also feel, that we have आम्ही पण तिकडे जाऊन आलो.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Gauri, you
Okay.
have given one very good lesson to all the parents that if you want to discipline your children, discipline yourself.
Yeah.
That's a good advice, and I
Yes.
think this
Yeah.
is very much required in the present times, especially. Very well
And I
said,
must
Rita,
say,
very
Gauri,
well
you
said.
are very fortunate
That
and
she has
lucky to
learned from
have a
me.
husband.
Yes, yes, I
Oh,
fully
who
agree,
is
Sheila.
taking the credit
No,
now?
I
Just
fully
all
agree.
of you
who
will
is
agree.
taking the
herself,
credit?
yes,
Yes.
because Sheila herself is very disciplined and very methodical.
Yes.
So definitely, as I said, some things just come in the genes, So that is really good.
Yeah.
Okay, Kamini,
Yeah, can I ask
Gauri,
you?
you are
Can I
unmuted.
ask you,
Yes, go
Dr.
ahead.
Gauri? See, you are a complete package from what you have put it. A discipliner, then you have adventurous, then you are a motivator to others. So you are a real role model for all the youth in the country, I should say.
Living to
And you should
everybody.
keep on.
Thank you very much to everybody.
Ah,
Thank you very much to everybody living now.
I think you should keep
Okay,
on.
yes,
bye.
bye. Happy travels. Happy
Thank you,
travels.
Asha.
Bye
Thank
to
you, Asha,
everyone.
and all
Bye
the
to
best.
everyone.
I think you should keep
Thank
on
you.
inspiring youth. You should
Yeah.
give talks to the children, to the youngsters, and I'm sure you have inherited your genes from your fascination for travel from your parents.
Yeah, for
What
sure.
I think.
Yeah.
And another thing is that I think for all this you need a lot of planning, as you said, disciplining. How do you discipline yourself, like eating and all? You're very fit, isn't it?
Yeah, eating
Yes.
is like the most challenging actually, more than climbing mountain and diving and running hard and all that. It's like eating is the most. As you grow older, you feel that hard work is not so difficult. It's just the controlling your diet and your taste buds that is most important.
And
So,
do you have guides and all
Okay.
these places?
and in some places like um, usually overseas, when you hike and all, they have very well marked trails, so you don't need a guide.
Okay.
So you can just go on their hikes and all that without.
I think Nirja Singh has some comments in the box, but she is here. Will you unmute and talk?
And another thing I would like suggestion I would like to give her. I think you should write a book on your adventure.
Yeah, a lot of people have told me that. I'm so lazy. I don't like to write. I'm not a writer. I like to speak and talk, and I like to.
So this is also very good because the others should know
Dr. Gauri,
Writing is.
this is
Thank you,
Nirja.
Gauri. Thank you.
Hello.
Nirja.
Dr.
Yes.
Gauri,
Yes, go
this is
ahead.
Nirja.
Yes,
I
go
don't
ahead.
think you can term yourself as being lazy. You are
As in for about
far outward from lazy. Okay. What you have done is just phenomenal beyond books also, I must confess. I don't know from where you get that kind of energy, and I must compliment that you have a good family and good set of in-laws and your own verb, and oh my God, I can't say enough. So congratulations.
Thank you.
I think I agree that you must write a book. Okay,
Yeah.
starting now.
Starting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you
very
remember.
well illustrated one, I should say, with a lot of pictures and activities and the people whom you are meeting. It would become a very
I think I'm
interesting.
very lucky. I'm just making use of all the opportunities I get, because earlier people never got these kind of opportunities. Now, new generation, as we grow older, like there are things, traveling becomes more convenient, and we get to know about all these places. Then there are travel agents and there are guides and things to help you out, which we didn't have earlier in the previous generation, for example. But now everything is so convenient and so easy to book, easy to fly, easy to whatever. But you just have to take that step. You just have to make the best of whatever opportunity you get. I think I'm just very lucky in that.
Can I just read out some comments that we have on the side?
Yeah.
Usha
Jamila
Rajagopal
ji, can I?
says,
Jamila
Usha, would
ji,
you like to unmute and talk?
Jamila ji, can I talk?
Yeah,
Yes.
just read out that what is in the chat
Okay.
box and then I'll come back to you. Usha Rajagopal, would you like to unmute and talk, or I'll just read out what is there? Very impressed by the adventurous life you are leading with full support from your family. All the very best in all your future endeavors. Basant Malpani says, thrilling experience. Thanks for sharing. Meenakshi Kumar says, marvel at your adventures. Congratulations and best wishes. Meenakshi Kumar. Nirja says, I just need a word with Dr. Gauri. I think Nirja already talked to you. So Bhuneshwari wants to say something. Please unmute. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I'm really, what do you say, wordless or speechless? Because I don't know, I travel a lot. Like Sheilaji said, never adventurous. We just don't, I'm afraid of these things. I don't know how you do it. Really, you need a lot of courage, Gauri. And Sheilaji, you should be really so happy and proud to see all those, and these things. Really nice. And you have trained your son the way he's doing.
Yes.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. The discipline. What you said is quite right. What you do, the children follow. So that's a very important thing today's parents should know. Not today's parents, that I'm saying because today's parents, we have all done our bit, So they should say, wonderful. Especially the rainwater, I mean, the underwater,
Yeah.
that whale and all out. I don't know. I would have really had a heart attack.
Whales are very harmless.
Wonderful.
Whales are very gentle.
Gentle, but huge. If you go into its mouth, God, they can be gentle, but
Would you say that
I
after
don't
seeing the film Jaws? Would you say that the whales
yeah,
are
I've
friendly
seen it.
after
I've
seeing
seen
a
it.
film like the Jaws?
Yeah, I've seen it. But even seeing that was scary. Very nice. Thank you. Wonderful. We had a great presentation, great pictures. You talked also so
Beena ji,
nicely. Thank
Beena
you.
ji has just joined us. Would you like to unmute and say something?
Sorry?
Beena ji, would you like to say something?
She's muted.
Is it me?
या
Is
बीना
it
जी आप
Yeah,
बोलिए
Beena ji,
आप
go
हाँ,
ahead. Yeah.
मेरे बारे में बोल रहे हैं या बीना के बारे में?
No, you go ahead. We'll wait for Beena.
No,
yeah
no,
we
you
want
are.
to hear you also.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, okay. Well, I love these adventure sports. And मेरे को इसमें एक लगता है it is some kind of a mystery to go for new places, and to do new things. There is a certain amount of risk, of course, involved, especially in a new place. But then when you achieve that, when you reach that new place, the kind of, as Gauri just said, the kind of pleasure you get is unexplainable, because it is like reading a mystery book. You keep on traveling, you keep on looking, and then suddenly you see, especially scuba driving and all, you don't know what is under the ocean. Maybe there's a shipwreck, or maybe there's some chest of gold lying there, or some kind of treasure. That is the feeling I would get. Of course, I don't do diving at all, but I love to travel as much as possible. And I think it's a wonderful passion, you can say, and wonderful to be able to get family support also.
Yeah.
Everybody is joining. I know Sheila ji is very fond of traveling herself. So I'm sure that is also come down to her daughter and her son. So it was very interesting. The whole narrative by Gauri was so well spoken and very interesting. Thank you. Thank you so much. Very enjoyable webinar. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Beena ji.
Thank you, Beena ji. Yeah, Usha, would you like to say something?
Yeah, I don't know if Binaji wants to say something. Binaji?
She's muted.
Yes, since I'm on the phone, I can't see.
She's muted. She's muted.
बीना जी आप हो ना, आप अनम्यूट कीजिए बीना जी.
Unmute नहीं किया है. She is not
नहीं.
unmuted. She is there.
No, I don't know. कुछ गड़बड़ होगी उनके फोन में.
Yeah, otherwise she is able to unmute
Yeah.
very easily.
Yeah, she usually does.
So Gauri, that was a very enjoyable presentation.
Thank
You
you.
took us all around the world, and we were part of your adventure too. But one aspect, I think, if you can just briefly mention, that is the cost involved. It must be quite expensive to be taking part in all these activities, isn't it?
Well, if you manage your finances, do some saving, do some research, or best things is book early. Like you get book air tickets 6 months in advance, or look for discounts and go during off-peak season. You can save a lot of money like that.
All
what
this
about
work
the
Gauri
training?
does. Usha, all this
Huh?
work na Gauri does.
Yeah, all the research.
And Sumit, he is more into photography. He decides the places,
Yeah.
and he has wonderful cameras. And jungle ka to aapne dekha hi nahi hai. That she has not included. Jungle safaris, many
Yeah,
places
not
they have visited,
included the
and that is
Africa,
amazing.
Africa and South America. I didn't.
Yeah.
Because then it would become very long.
वो
No,
तो
maybe
बहुत-
next time you can show us your jungle
Yeah, I can
yatra.
post.
Jungle yatra.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, what I meant was the training. Like for scuba diving, you have to train. Is that
Yeah.
expensive? And for every activity, you need some training, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So scuba is actually not very expensive now. Now we have in Lakshadweep and Andamans also very good facilities to train, and they are very good trainers also. So if you spend some, you go on holiday to Andamans, then you can, like, in 5 days, 6 days, you can get the license.
And what about the diving gear that you wear?
You can rent the diving gear.
Rent it out, is
Yeah,
it?
rent
You are
it out.
taking it on rent.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because
And
you-
what
yeah.
about the Himalayan hike and all? Do you train for that also?
Yeah, we do train.
What
We
kind of
train,
training?
hill climbing, slope climbing with heavy backpack. Then the gym workout.
But for this,
with the legs
first
and
you have to be
shoulders.
physically fit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or
Usha,
you do
any
all
plan
that
to go to
job.
Andaman?
No, what is your fitness regimen? How do you keep yourself fit?
So I do 1 hour, say approximately 1 hour of gym in the morning, or swim or cycle. It depends. And 1 hour of walk in the evening.
And you are
Yeah,
careful
when I
about your
did-
diet?
Yeah. So I'm not, like, my dinner is very light. I have only soup and 1 boiled egg for dinner. So my lunch, breakfast is okay, some poha, upma, whatever, and coffee without sugar. Lunch is 2 fulkas, dal chawal, salad. Yeah. And in the evening, I have some a tea, but no biscuits and toast and nothing. Just tea.
Control your tongue.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Tea is
pay a
okay,
price
plan
for
for
all.
If
Andaman
you have
Nicobar?
chida, farsan, pohe, that biscuits, then it's the problem. Only tea is okay.
Usha,
Ah,
any
yes.
plan for Andaman Nicobar?
Andaman.
So if you want to
Jamila is
get,
ready. Jamila is ready.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
That's why I said you have to be physically
regarding
fit.
your experience with the tribals, no?
yeah,
Even I have had that
Yeah.
experience in India also.
yeah,
There are areas where the tribals are living, and the women, they
Yeah.
wear only lower cloth, upper cloth there is nothing. Men are without clothes,
yeah,
and they carry this bow and arrow. And
yeah,
there is a belief in
Yeah.
that area. If anybody tries to misbehave with their women and girls, from nowhere an arrow will come and hit that man and kill him. So that's why there is no sexual assault, no violence, nothing is like that. I have lived in that area for 6 months, and I've seen all these things. No? So in India also that type of tribes are still living. Still, I
Yes.
mean, following the same ethics and same culture. They're not affected by the so-called modern modernism and all, I should say.
Yeah, that was a good learning experience, especially for my son, because children are today only with their phone and computer and all
Yeah.
that. So they should see this. There are people in the world who can live like this also,
Yes.
and live happily also like that. So it was a good
Thank
You
you
know,
learning.
so much,
travel
Gauri.
is
It was
always,
wonderful listening to you. It was
it
wonderful.
opens your eyes to many things. And Kuljit, as you said, there are many places in India. I have myself lived in Andamans. So that is something doable for people of our age. So maybe
Yeah.
we cannot attempt anything that Gauri has shown us. We are too old for all that. So
Yeah.
maybe we can go for less adventurous trips, maybe to the
Yes.
Andamans or Lakshadweep. Let us
Okay.
plan that.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure, sure, sure. Anybody else who wants to join us?
Usha,
Jamila
Yeah,
ji.
yeah.
Usha,
We'll
and
Yeah,
all join
sure.
together and do that.
Usha,
Usha, I'm
and
going to plan for Andaman
Usha,
Nicobar and
somebody is
Lakshadweep.
trying.
And we will ask
Definitely.
Gauri to do all the planning for us.
Usha,
Yes, and select the activities for
Yeah.
senior citizens, what we
Senior
can do.
citizens. Yeah.
Who
We'll
is
Yes.
senior
definitely do
citizen, by the way,
snorkeling
Usha?
or diving.
Huh?
Usha, who is the senior citizen, by the way?
Yeah, not you, not
Ah.
you. You are the youngest of the
You're
lot.
young.
Well said, well said.
Usha, can you hear me? Padma Venkatraman?
Yeah, yeah.
Padma
Padmaji,
here.
please. Thank you for joining. Yeah, please.
Unfortunately, I am in a place where connection is not good, very far away.
Okay.
But Dr. Gauri, you are awesome. And people say India is the youngest country because we have the largest number of youth. And unless and until they are all trained like you, it will be a waste of this thing. Instead of being an asset,
Exactly.
it will be danger to have young people with so much energy, but not directed in the right direction. You are awesome. Thank you so much. I really am happy I got connection, and then I am able to wish you all the very best,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Gauri.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you,
Padmaji.
Padma.
Usha, your these webinars are becoming more and more interesting with every new webinar.
Thank you,
We're
because
really
all of you
enjoying.
are encouraging us. That is why we
Yeah.
are able to go on.
No, it's all your effort and Jamila ji's and all
Yeah,
your
unless
friends
we
and all.
have all these interested
yes,
Yes.
yes. This is a
members here,
teamwork, you know.
this
One person
would
can't
not
It's
do
a
have
it.
gone on.
teamwork. Yes, it's a
It's a
teamwork.
teamwork.
I think we owe it all to all of you, in fact, for helping us to sustain this for
Yes.
so long.
We always look forward
And
attending this webinar.
unless
Thanks
we
for
had
giving
had this kind of
suggestions.
encouragement from all of you, we wouldn't have done it. So I think if there are no more questions or comments, shall we close?
Yes,
Yeah, I
thank
think,
you very much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you very much. Yes, it
No,
was
thank you,
it
Sheila.
was.
Thank you, Sheila. It was
Thank
Sheila
you
ji,
for
it was an
the.
opportunity
We
for
should
us to
genuinely
listen to
thank
Gauri.
you for bringing her on this forum and making her talk, because it's a real eye opener
Sheila ji,
for
unmute karo, sab
for
aapko
most
पूछ
of
रहे हैं
us. You
बोलने के
know
लिए.
that the youth now
Karo,
have
karo,
so
फटाफट
many
करो, फटाफट करो.
possibilities. They are so adventurous. They are taking. I mean, that's a kind of every challenge is satisfying, as Dr. Gauri said. You know. It might be challenging, you might be scared, but then at the end of it, it's a satisfying experience. I think that is what really keeps you going.
Usha,
And
Bina ji
I'm very
also wants to
glad
say
that
something.
you have brought
Extreme
up your
God
son
grace.
like this, so that particularly your son, you know, the way he has been brought up, and
Yes.
if you look at the kind of things happening here among the youth, you know, it's really sad.
And
So
Gauri,
now
you
this is
say he's in the army now.
this is
Say
a
about
great
your son,
message that
Gauri.
you are giving. Yes, Pulchit ji.
second year.
Gauri's son is in
Bina
military
ji,
now, isn't it?
yeah,
He has got a
Bina ji
training.
बोलिए, आप बोलिए, Bina ji.
Yeah.
बीना जी का अनम्यूट नहीं हो रहा है.
She's
Yeah,
muted.
but just now she said that she's going to unmute it. I'll again
Okay.
talk.
Let's wait.
Or she must be trying. Gauri, say something about your son also. Now, what is he doing?
He is now 19. He is in the second year of national service. So in Singapore, you have to do 2 years of compulsory national service. So he did his training. He's now he did his officer cadet school, and he's now second lieutenant. So he's now doing a job. He has a camp. He's in charge of 3 camps in Singapore. So he has to look after the people under him and all that. So yeah, so he's very busy. Actually, he's the most busy amongst all of us. So yeah, he recently did his first full marathon. Yeah, so he's also gotten
I'm
into
sure he will become more adventurous than both of you.
Yeah, you know,
I
Gauri,
mean, a step from Sheila to you and from you to your son.
Gauri, you know, Gauri was doing that Pin Baba pass, and this fellow went all alone to Australia to run marathon.
Ah.
Ah,
I asked him, should I join you? Just for company, you know, in case. I feel he's still small. He's telling me, Ajima, I'm adult now.
big enough.
So I think Binaji is not able to unmute.
Yeah.
We are missing her
She just
comment.
came
And
on, her video just came on for a second and then went off. So shall we
Anyway,
close
we
the...
can
Yeah,
wind up.
Beenaji says that she is trying, but she is not getting it from your side.
no, but I have asked her to unmute 2-3 times, but I don't know why she's not able to unmute.
Then
We can
her
see her
video
now.
is on. Please unmute, Binaji.
No, we cannot unmute from here. She has to do it there only.
On the phone.
Yes, on the phone or laptop.
I can
No,
see
she's
We
her.
on the
cannot
phone, I
unmute
think.
from here.
She's on the phone, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we are sorry to be missing her comments. But since time is also almost getting over,
Yeah.
we'll
yeah,
wind
so
up.
we have to
I
close.
think we couldn't have got a better resource person than Dr. Gauri Parab for our Youth Day celebrations, International Youth Day, and such an inspiring youth we have been able to get as our guest. We are really happy and fortunate about that. So thank you, Gauri, for
Thank you very
spending
much
time
for
with us
inviting
and
me. It
explore
helped me
and
relive
taking
my
us on your
experience.
trips. Yeah, and we hope to see more of you and to hear more about your adventures. We'll keep sending you links to our webinars. Please try to join whenever you have time. We have many interesting webinars, and I am just reminded of Dr. Kalesh Sadashivan, who was our guest, I think, about 2 years back. He's a plastic surgeon, but his passion is nature. So he goes on these expeditions, mostly in the Western Ghats, and he is credited with discovering new species of animals, butterflies. He is really, pursuing his passion. So when I heard I was reminded of Kalesh, how he spoke to us about ants, the ant colonies and what all he has studied. But by a profession, he is a plastic surgeon and a very successful plastic surgeon. So, both of you are just examples that you can have a successful career and at the same time pursue your passion and be excellent in that as well. So I congratulate you, Gauri, for
Thank you.
all your achievements. And
Thank you
we
very
hope
much.
to hear more about your successes, and your mother will be sharing with us, and we'll all be celebrating with you, Gauri.
Thank
And
you.
all the best.
Thank you very
And
much.
I thank all friends who have joined this webinar. And we look forward to having you again for our following webinars that we have not yet finalized the date or the theme for the next webinar, but we'll be getting in touch with you definitely. And most probably we'll be continuing the series of narratives which we were following earlier. This month we decided to focus on the youth. That is why we had a break from the series and we had this webinar. But next month we'll go back to our series. And a very happy festival season to all of you. Everyone is getting busy with the festivals.
Yes.
So, very happy festival season to all of you. And we hope to see you again next month. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Usha.
you.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.
I join my words of thanks to everyone who has joined us. And
It's
thank you so
always
much,
pleasure
Dr.
listening to
Gauri
you,
and
Jamila
Sheila.
ji.
Yeah.
It's always pleasure. Gauri, thank